everyone, today we're going to take a look at a new series called Same But Different. Now this is not supposed to be a series talking about replacements or substitutions for watches, but more as an introduction, as if you wanted to get into a watch that is a little bit higher up in the price point, you're not totally sure if it's for you, but you want to get your feet wet. Let's find some recommendations for a potential introduction to that kind of watch. And here we have the Rolex Oyster Perpetual 39 on the left, the white dial variant, and we have the Seiko SNKL41, a Japanese domestic market only watch on my right. Both are wonderful watches. Let's get started. Introduced in 2018, the Oyster Perpetual 39 with its white dial is something that is a return to form for the brand, being that with its simple three-hand symmetrical dial and its white shimmery silver dial, it's both a combination of versatile and handsome. It's a watch that's admired by many as a great way to get into the brand for the first time. But at $5,300, it's a lot of money for what we would call entry level. And for the average person looking into getting into a simple, no fuss, no frills, handsome, versatile, everyday wear watch, that's maybe a white dial too. What are your options? Well, this could be one of your options. The SNKL41. Now this watch right here is 37 millimeters across with 18 millimeter lug width, about 10.5 millimeters thick in the mid case. Comes with an exhibition case back framing the 7S26 workhorse movement, beating away at 21,600 vibrations per hour with a power reserve of roughly 40 hours. It features, yes, a bracelet that is just okay at best. It is no substitute for the Oyster bracelet, but it's not trying to be. At $100, it has hollow end links, yes, you can see them here, hollow links in the center, and the clasp is also stamped as well. But switch this out on a leather strap and you have a wonderful dress watch. Leave it on the bracelet and you have a versatile go anywhere, do anything kind of watch. Albeit be mindful of the 30-meter water resistance, but you wouldn't be taking this watch swimming or anything more than swimming anyways. Yes, it has a date and day complication, which is a bit of a departure from the Rolex, but the design elements are the same. Baton indices for the hour indicators. Sword hands, pointed. A second hands that is basically just a stick slowly sweeping away across the dial. Applied logo and a smooth bezel that is round, framing the Hardlex crystal. You definitely see where your $100 goes versus the $5,300 of the Rolex. I'm not saying that you can just buy this and forget about the Rolex, no. But if you are someone who is a collector that already has a lot of sport watches, looking to get their feet wet, get some variety in their collection, this is a great way to get started. Before you jump any further, of course. The alternative to this watch would be the Seiko SARB035. That watch is 38 millimeters and is actually thicker at 11.2 millimeters compared to the 10.5 millimeters here. It's also a watch that is, some would say is discontinued, but you can still find them online, but also retails for more than 5 times the price of this watch. So this watch at $100 does represent value. But what we value in watches when we look for a simple three-hander with a white dial, something you can wear every day, are similar in both of these watches. Albeit different in the way that they execute their design elements. These are both great watches. Now this is not an in-depth review in any way of these watches, and I will be doing a video to review both of them later on, but I will want to show you right now how the Seiko fits on the wrist. Now I have a 6¼ inch wrist, and this is not sized for me, but you can see that at 37 millimeters with its 42 millimeter lug width, or rather lugs, it fits compactly on the wrist, and it doesn't look too small at all. If you're looking for a contemporary sized wristwatch that is handsome, I think this just might be the ticket. Now with that being said, this is a beginning of a series that I consider to be called Same But Different, and I'm hoping to do more of these. If you guys have some watches that you want to recommend that are both same and different, but great introductions into the more expensive counterparts, please leave a comment. And if you want to see more watch content like this, leave a like and subscribe. That would mean a lot to the channel. It would help me create more content. And in that regard, I will catch you in the next one. I also wanted to compare the Everest, the Smiths Everest right next to the Seiko. Now, the Smiths is 36 millimeters, but the Seiko's 37. But the lugs on the Smiths Everest is actually longer. So for those of you who are interested in actually seeing how this watch will compare and fit, here you go. Thank you very much, and I will join you in another one.